coming down.
Does he have it?
Medeiros is going to get it.
They're going to toss it. They haven't got it.
He's on the outside line though, going into the fastest corner on the circuit. Surely this can't work.
Dominic Ligner has got a sensational run outside line now though for the heavy braking zone. Around the outside goes the Audi R8.
Look how much Miller's caught back into play. Exactly, Miller's still such up. He's not on second and change. All of a sudden Miller's back in play.
Can Barry do it? Big Barry's going to do it. Big Barry!
Good evening and welcome back to the LSRL F1 live from Silverstone. I'm James Parfitt. I'm going to be here guiding you through all the action with Michael David this evening as we are here in the recruitment season of the F1 League here before we go live in 4 weeks' time with round one. Don't forget, guys, hope you are well. Hit me up, let me know that you're in the chat, and don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, and give turn on them notifications. That would be absolutely amazing. But it is the home of racing in the UK. That's what they say. 150,000 capacity F1 Grade 1 circuit, and currently race holds the British Formula 1 Grand Prix motorcycle racing, F2, F3, W Series, BTCC, British GT, Superbikes, and a long list of more. But it is here that we're going to be doing a Grand Prix circuit. 5.8 kilometres of epic turns such as Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel, and then Club Vale and Abbey to start the lap. And it's going to be an incredible race this evening. So make sure you stay tuned in, sit back, grab your drinks, grab your popcorn. What is the format? Well, it's going to be 15 minutes of qualifying. Then we're going to have a 20-minute heat race for Heat 1 and a 20-minute for Heat 2 with a full reverse grid. That will change as the season goes on. Obviously, we'll go into our customary sprint and race feature. So it is literally just for the recruitment races with lots of new drivers on the grid currently at the moment. But you've heard me talk enough. Let's bring Michael David in here as well as we go into qualifying. Michael, good evening, young sir. How are you? I'm very well. Not too bad. Getting the W12s back underway. It should be a good one. Yeah, I don't mind Silverstone at all, to be fair. I think overall it's a good track. It's one that the drivers can enjoy and sit back and really throw the W12 around. I think that's what's going to be important, is their ability is in this recruitment race to basically show what they can do in the car. We have got the likes of Anthony Giuliano is back in here as well, Steve Rubens, Thomas Boniadi, Carl Halitsky, Elliot Borg. But we've also got new drivers, Ricardo Serrano, Josh Toothman, James McCarroll, and Liam Kerr, Aidan Young, who I'm so used to driving a Porsche P-Cup 992. He's in here doing the W12 there for the Fiercely Forward team as well. So an absolutely stellar job from him coming over from that P-Cup. Massive difference from a P-Cup to a W12 here, Michael. Yeah. No. Yeah, the scary thing about Aidan Young is the fact that they were asked to put some information in the driver bio section of the Discord. Now, you know, hometown, North Carolina, It's this little bit of information that scares me. Age, 13 and a half. And I'm like, you got to be kidding. Like, what? You're 13 and a half and you're already whizzing around here as well. It's interesting to see his driver accomplishments. Oh, as he spins the W12 there. Holding the average race lap world record in the GT4 at Indy road course for a little bit in the GT4 fixed. 5.2k iRacing and a real-life racing driver competing at Trackhouse Motorplex. That's a really weird thing to say, that he's only 13 and a half. He should be learning from me. But then again, I can't drive the car, so I'd be about as useful as a chocolate kettle in a sauna, to be honest. But, you know, the old guards, like Tamas Boniatti is back, Carl Halitsky, Steve Rubens, as I say, Anthony Giuliano. As we had this conversation on Sunday, Michael, it was Giuliano. And then, of course, the new guys, Liam Kerr, Elliot Borg's in for one as well, so that should be an interesting one. Elliot as well did an absolutely stellar job, and Jay Smart did take the championship last season as well, so you know, by 1 point. Yes, it was by 1 point. It was very, very close going into the last race that Jay Smart didn't actually race in, so it's possible it might be more, but for now we'll take it as it was just 1 point, and Jay Smart was a very, very lucky young man. Josh Toothman's flying around currently in a moment. He's going through Club Chicane and out the other side. And let's see what he gets as he goes across the line here as well. He's got a few greens on the board currently for Josh Toothman. Possibly having an off track, so didn't register a time there. Ricardo Serrano, the 18-year-old young man from Cali. I love the fact that they've asked him what their biggest accomplishment is, right? And Ricardo's come out, my biggest driving accomplishment is getting my driver's license. So congratulations to you for getting your driver's license, young man. Proud of you. I've had mine probably longer than you've been alive, but we won't talk about how old I am because it makes me very, very old, especially when I have a child that is older than you as well, young Ricardo. So there we go. No, I just feel like a proper granddad. I need slippers and a blanket, I think, at this time of night, Michael. Exactly. Exactly. I think that's the thing. If I was, you know, if I look, right, I'm 44. There you go. I'm 44, 45 in August. If I sat back and was just like embarrassed about how old I was and had this midlife crisis by now, you know, I should have been, you know, by all accounts, moving out and buying myself a little sports car and living in a bachelor pad. Well, that for me, I just don't find that thing remotely. Oh, Josh Toothman. Oh, Aiden Young. Josh is there, young sir. You might want to be a bit careful of that. You know, they say men go through a midlife crisis, women go through menopause, whatever the situation may be. But at the end of the day, like, you know, I've been with my wife now 16 years. We've got 3 beautiful children together. And the idea of having a midlife crisis just makes me sit back and think, oh, I can't be dealing with the hassle, to be blatantly honest. I cannot be dealing, I can't be dealing with the grief, having to find somewhere, you know, somewhere to live. Hi, just to let you know, I've got 5 kids. No, I love my wife. I'm happy with my wife. I'd rather just stay with my wife. Thank you very much for that one. 7 minutes remaining. We've got Adam Marchant currently top of the timing screen on a 1:26.65 as well. New into the series, so he's showing a pretty good showing that he is going to be speedy come the end, as he's literally about 6 tenths ahead of Ricardo Serrano there in second place. Elliot Borg is on track. It's going to be interesting to see what Elliot can do as well. As I say, you know, close last season, but no cigar. But, you know, what's he going to be able to do here with some of these young guns in this series this season? Yeah, it definitely will be. I think it's going to be an exciting one, and one that we are looking out for. Now, I've just had a notification that there could be a possible error on the setup of this session, so I will let you know when I get more information. We may need to go onto a quick BRB screen and change sessions. Elliot Borg goes into 6th on a 1:28.99. Adam Marchant, Liam Kerr, Ricardo Serrano are bringing it to the old guard of Carl Halitsky, Tamas Boniadi, Elliot Borg, Steve Rubens and Anthony Giuliano currently. They're all topping the screen and sitting back chilling, thinking, well, this is easy, guys. Come on, what's going on? And of course, Aidan Young still hasn't got a time currently at on the board currently at the moment. Now, we have got a regular picture-in-picture here. We've got Steve Rubens on camera. There is Steve there sitting in his rig with his big wide screen and in his shorts. Now, as I've learned over this previous season, none of these are small, and you know, one that I think yeah, I think Steve's probably one of the regular size guys, because they are obviously quite big guys. And there's Anthony Giuliano there as well, driving along. It's got a triple screen set up with VR. That's quite an interesting scenario here, Michael, this evening.
So I don't think I would be able to do that for a long period of time. So, but I mean, whatever works for these guys. I know with the VR, you basically have a free reign to, you look left and you see left, you know, you look right, you see right. You're not limited to those monitors, but comfort for me, I prefer monitor setup, but everybody's different. I think Elliot Borg said he uses the VR. I think a lot of the people in this league use the VR. So it's very popular. It's becoming even more and more popular. So good for them. I know that it allows free range of motion with your head. But like I said, I think I'm old school and would prefer the triple monitor setup, but that's just me.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same path as well there as well. Just may have had a slight issue with your audio, Michael. I'm still fighting with fires in the background here, so hopefully everybody should be able to hear Michael now. As we look at Steve Rubens there as well, we'll go back to live pictures, and once more we are up and running again here as we're into the last 2.5 minutes of quali. So Josh Toothman has not got a time. James McHugh has not got a time on the board, and Anthony Giuliano currently haven't either. Adam Marchant is going purple in the final sector. He is there on coming round the final corner now. What is Adam going to do? He goes 1:26.846. No improvements currently from him, but there is a big improvement for this man, Elliot Borg, currently sitting in 7th place, and one that we are trying to resolve and see what's happening. So let's see how we get on. And see how Elliott does. Currently sitting down in 7th place. Aiden Young did get a time on the board. Goes into 4th on a 1:27.27. Ricardo Serrano here. Absolutely flying along quite nicely, sitting in 3rd at the moment. Good evening, Conway. How are you? I'm very well. Thank you very much. Wonderful to be back, of course, in this amazing series here for these recruitment races, and one that I'm looking forward to. Anthony Giuliano back in the Blue Bowlers team with the bright blue livery. It should be a good one here this season. I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be absolutely epic. And what better place to start the season, or the recruitment season, off at the birthplace of British motorsport at Silverstone. So there we go. All in all, should be a good one.
Borgs, are they going to really be putting in their fastest times tonight? Or is this more of, since the recruitment race is a bunch more new drivers here, are they kind of scouting out? Maybe there's a driver that they want to add to their team. Maybe there's, you know, a new gun that's their concern might be a little fast. Look at Adam Mershon up there on top. Like that's an absolutely stunning lap time. So maybe they're just kind of sitting back and just waiting to see what these drivers can do, starting back from the back of the field just to see how clean they are, what their overtaking style is. It wouldn't be a bad idea, especially since, I mean, yes, there is a financial prize for this 4-week season, but it's not the overall championship that everybody's fighting for. So this might just be kind of a scouting as we come to the end here of qualifying. And it looks like Adam Mershon is going to be our pole sitter here.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be sitting on pole and just waiting for the instruction that we are good to go. Before I set this up, there is going to be a new session. There is a problem with this one. So Anthony Giuliano is currently just setting up the new session now. So what we will do very, very quickly, while I also try and resolve these wonderful sound issues that I get for all of a sudden miraculous ideas where it kind of doesn't want to work, and it kind of will when it doesn't really want to. But we will be right back after this short break. Thank you for sticking with us. Apologies for this, but we will be right back as soon as we can. Okay guys, we are back. Now what's going to happen is we've got a brief 5-minute quali here for these drivers to get back into the swing of things with the car. There was some issues with the session, but we are back and up and running now, and everybody is slowly rejoining back in. So we will have a brief 5-minute quali once more before we go into the race ready to go. So stay tuned, sit back, relax. We are going in once more here as well, and Michael David is back in the booth with me. Hello, how are you?
I'm great, James. How are you?
Well,
nice to see you again.
Yeah, I've had a brief little break, you know. Everybody got off and chilled out, and we're up and running once more, so it should be all good. Hopefully we'll get this all sorted out and everything will go correct, and we won't have any issues here as well. But welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Don't forget, over the next few days here on the JPB YouTube channel, we have got the TSRC GT3 kicking off there tomorrow for round 4. They are going off at Alton Park tomorrow night, and then we've got the Radical Race Series as well on Thursday. So stay tuned and get yourself involved on that one. If you're not sure where to have a look, they are all in the upcoming list on the JPB YouTube channels. It's Spa for the Radicals, Alton Park for TSRC, and then on Friday we've got the LSRL TCR Season 1, Round 1, live from the Hockerdome Ring. That's a bit of a mouthful. But for now, we have got W12s on track here. 1,000 horsepower V6. Incredible machine here, Michael, that these guys are going to hurtle around this circuit.
Yeah, these hybrid engines are absolutely phenomenal. The Mercedes team really did nail this generation. Obviously the hybrid, they were the strongest team during the hybrid generation. We all know that. We know how many world championship Lewis Hamilton has. Most of them won here with Mercedes after he came over from McLaren Honda. But yeah, no, this is, or actually no, McLaren Honda, it was just McLaren then, wasn't it, when he came over? Yeah, no, these are an amazing machine. Obviously dominated the calendar when they were being used every year. And it's kind of interesting to see how far off the pace the W14 is when you've seen how dominant they were for so long. So this is definitely going to be interesting, but we know how strong these cars are. These drivers have had these cars for years now. They know how to handle. They are well aware of how to set them up cleanly. So this should be a great test to just see how fast the driver's pace is just off of pure raw pace. Yeah,
absolutely. It's going to be an exciting one here, and one I think that we're going to be looking forward to. Some of the new guns here this evening are Aiden Young, Ricardo Serrano, Josh Toothman, Adam Merchant, James McHugh as well, and Liam Kerr here in this season. Some of the old guns are here to give them a bit of a run as well. Thomas Boniati is out on track from Bull Shift Racing. Elliot Borg is another one. And Anthony Giuliano is also here as well, along with Carl Halitsky is out on track. So they're going to have a mixture of old guard and young guns, and it's going to be interesting, as we were talking about before. If you've missed it before that, some of the driver bios we were having a chat about was this young gentleman here, Aiden Young, 13 and a half years of age, and one that I think will be going a long way. He is a 5.1k iRating at 13 and a half, mind you. Give or take, I'm about 3.8k behind this young gentleman, and I'm 44, and he's a real life racing driver, so he could probably show me a thing or two out on track currently, as we got into the last 20 seconds of qualifying here. And before we go into heat 1, of course, will be 20 minutes. Heat 2 will be 20 minutes with a full reverse grid, so it will be a full 11 reverse for heat 2. But at the age of 13 and a half, Michael, he's flying along quite nicely, is Aiden Young currently at the moment.
Yeah, that's one way to put it, that's for sure. But Adam Merchant up top there on pole, another phenomenally fast lap there. 126.5 was actually faster than anything he had previously done. Aiden Young coming through in second place, Thomas Boniati coming through in third place, Elliot Borg in fourth place, Kyle Herlitsky in fifth place, Liam Kerr in sixth place, Steve Rubens in seventh place, Ricardo Serrano in eighth place. He dropped back quite a bit. He had a really great run there in the first session, so that's unfortunate for him. Josh Toothman falling back to ninth place, James McHugh in 10th place, and then Anthony Giuliano rounding out your grid in 11th place for this first,
First race?
the first recruitment race.
Yeah.
Well, the first recruitment race.
First one, which we are looking at, I believe there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the first round one should start on the 8th of June. So there's going to be 4 recruitment races, and then the 8th of June will be the first one. There is Adam Merchant on pole. There's a nice little close-up of the W12 as we spin around it rapidly with more point bits sticking out of it than anything else currently at the moment. So young Adam Merchant, I'm saying he's young. I'll probably come back and go, no, James, I'm like 40. I'm like, okay, young man, thank you very much. You know what I mean? Anybody's young.
Everybody seems to be young man to you.
All right.
No, I don't mean. I'm just saying you always call everybody young sir.
Right, here we go. The times are up, the lights are up. It's going to be green for the first race here of the season. It's a mixture of softs and mediums currently here as well, as it is Adam Merchant out in front. Ricardo Serrano just made the inside of Thomas Boniadi. Elliot Borg and Carl Halitsky here as well on track at the moment as well. There's a big old send there, and that, unfortunately for Carl Halitsky, was Liam Kerr, who has just moved past him and now going past Elliot Borg, as if Elliot Borg has literally stood still currently at the moment. This young man is making exceptional moves over the front line of the field, and now he's going to be trying to catch up with Thomas Boniadi down the road with Ricardo Serrano, Aidan Young and Adam Merchant. But all in all, a pretty good start from everyone here on the track, Michael.
Yeah, Liam Kerr having a great start, but let's jump over to 3rd place here. Ricardo Serrano, brand new to the league, jumped up 5 places off of that start. And he's on the medium tire. He's on the slower tire. That tire shouldn't be as grippy. You saw Elliot Borg getting past like he was sitting still. He's on the medium tire. Kerr's on the soft. But Serrano just absolutely shot out of a cannon here all the way up from 8th place to 3rd. We haven't even finished the first lap yet. That's insane.
Up 5 places for Ricardo Serrano. Absolutely doing a stellar job as they're on that run Stowe down into Vale and Club Chicane. They're going to be going left and right. This young man looks incredibly quick. 18 years of age from Cali. Absolutely flying along here as well, catching up to Aidan Young and Adam Merchant in front at the moment as well. 4 tenths back from each other currently at the moment. Merchant is there out in front, doing an absolutely stellar job in his first race here as well. And Aidan Young in the W12s as well. Used to seeing him whiz round in a pickup. Josh Toothman and also Steve Rubens towards the back of the grid here. Rubens in the Scuderia Andromeda team. Whether or not that will stay the same from next season, that's going to be an interesting one. And Thomas Boniadi has got the ever-flying Australian of Liam Kerr right behind him currently at this moment in time. And he's not looking like Liam Kerr is going to be slowing down anytime soon, Michael.
No, not at all. Liam Kerr definitely had a great start there as well. We see him really just all up over the tail here, right up on the gearbox. He doesn't have DRS yet, but I swear if he had DRS right now, this move would already be done. So we'll see if he's able to do anything here coming through Maggots, Beckett's, and Chapel. Then coming back onto the hanger straight here in a moment. Oh, Boniadi getting off there. And that's going to cede that position and probably another to Elliot Borg.
Yeah, unfortunately for Boniadi there off the side of the circuit, Elliot Borg is closed up behind him, not close enough to make a move currently at the moment. Sitting in 6th place is Elliot Borg with Thomas Boniadi. He's going to be looking at trying to make the move into club. Didn't get it done this time around. It's going to be on the exit here as well. Merchant's opened up about 6 tenths over Aidan Young as these guys are racing down into Abbey now here as well. Elliot Borg, Thomas Boniadi has pulled over. And that's allowed Anthony Giuliano, Carl Halitsky and Elliot Borg to go past him. Elliot has now got a 2-second gap to Liam Kerr to try and make up here with Ricardo Serrano, who is DRS unassisted, should we say. And Aidan Young does have it over Adam Merchant and is now DRS assisted here, going around now through Luffield and out through Woodcote, Michael.
Yeah, that was a great start by Aidan Young to go ahead and keep within 1 second through the first 2 laps here. Adam Merchant just got a great start, and Aidan Young's sitting here keeping him honest. So getting that DRS toe is really going to make things interesting between these two. I think Adam Merchant went through those qualifying laps thinking that it's going to be a piece of cake. Aiden Young is not letting him get away that easily, though, so this should be very exciting in the next couple laps here, especially with this DRS open.
Yeah, he's got the DRS wide open now. Here we go. Is he going to be looking and trying to take... Yeah, I don't think he's going to make it this time around, but he is pulling himself in and in and in and in, and that's the best way to try and fight in this car. Oh!
I thought he was going to make the dive. It looked like he was going down the inside, coming out of Vale into the chicane right there. It looked like he was going to have an inside line, but he was, once again, just a little too far back.
Yeah, didn't quite get it. Didn't quite get it this time. Out through far. Onto the brakes they go for the right-hander. Now round loop. Left-hander all the way around, pulling it round, looking at getting on the gas as early as they can. Here we go. And then once more, Aiden Young. Let's see what he's going to be able to do here. Can he get close enough? That's going to be the question. DRS again open, not this time either, as they're going in through Brooklands and Luffield once more. So an absolute stellar job. 15 minutes here on the clock, Michael, and it is Adam Merchant, Aiden Young, closest battle on the track currently at the moment.
Yeah, and this is the battle that I think everybody wants to see right now. It's battle for the lead. It's two of the fastest drivers on track right now. Who else would you really want to see right now at the moment? Obviously, we have a bunch of fast drivers here, but these guys are just going tooth and nail, back and forth at each other. And it almost seems like Adam Merchant is just able to get just that little extra off the exit of these turns. And I think he might be in a lot of trouble here, though. He's going to have to defend his heart out here, and Aiden's got the inside line. That job is done and dusted.
Yeah, Aiden Young out in front now. Has got past Adam Merchant. Been quicker over the final sectors. You can see the sector times on the bottom. We're going to see the final one as they come across the line here as well. Can Young hold it, or can he pull away? That's going to be the question, obviously, with DRS swap as well. It's going to be a completely different change of perspective now. Obviously, Merchant's going to get it, and Young isn't, as is Serrano with Liam Kerr. Liam Kerr is literally pulled off 5 seconds up the road over Elliot Borg, and unfortunately for Elliot Borg, he's not quite where he was last season already, and I think it could be a bit of a panic here, but Liam Kerr following Ricardo Serrano right the way around the track. Serrano's gone to the right hand side. Here they go now. Is Kerr going to be able to make this move? He's sweeping, trying to go around the inside. He didn't. He got his nose chopped off. Serrano goes in deep. Kerr's looking at coming out again on them soft tyres. I'm not too sure that mediums was the choice of tyre here. I've got to be honest. You know, them softs can last them 20 minutes, I would have thought. So I was a bit surprised when drivers come out on the mediums, to be honest.
Yeah, I kind of agree, but at the same time, Serrano up front on the mediums having no issue, and with those two battling back and forth, he did get that gap down quite a bit, but now that he's having to defend as hard as he can against Kerr, it's definitely dropping both of these drivers back. So maybe if they're able to work together a little bit, they'll be able to catch that lead pack. Both drivers here are very fast, but it looks like Kerr's going to have the job done once again, and everybody wants to make the move right there, coming down the hanger straight in Stowe.
Well, it makes sense as he's got DRS. Serrano's trying to come back though. Serrano has made the move through. He's got in through Club. Can he get the exit out? Love him. He can't. Kerr's got the exit. They're going to be running side by side. We've seen this before in real life. I almost had a scary vision that this could be the same scenario, but it isn't, and they are through safely. Liam Kerr absolutely flying here. Serrano's looking at coming in deep into the inside. Not this time. Kerr defends him off now, and they're going around a long left-hander of loop before they go on to the straight and then down into Brooklands. But it is now Liam Kerr absolutely flying. Aiden Young still maintaining the gap out front currently at the moment, and Serrano has all got to be trying to use that DRS and get as close as he can on their medium tyres. Is Kerr going to be looking at struggling on lap 6? I wouldn't have thought so, but never say never here, Michael. You know, we're not in the car, we don't know what the tyres are doing, and currently at the moment Liam Kerr is making the most of them.
Yeah, I really do wish we had a better idea of how long these tires are going to go. This is just going to set us up for the second heat, though. We'll get more and more information as the race comes on, but it's definitely going to be very interesting to see how long those softs can last. I kind of have to agree with you. 6 laps here at Silverstone is a little too quick for those softs to be falling off. That DRS is so strong down the hanger straight. Don't think he's going to be able. Yep, he's not going to be able to make a move there from Stowe, but you are just able to see how strong that toe is down the hanger straight. I don't think, like I said, these softs are going to really fall apart that easily. 20 minutes, that's not asking too much at all. So I think the soft was probably the better race tire. But Serrano right there in 4th place. You know, he's making us eat our words right now. He's definitely got some pace, so we'll see.
Merchant's got some pace as well. Going in through Village into the loop. Left-hander, he's got to be on the gas as soon as he can get that car settled and a grip underneath him. DRS is going to ping open. Here we go. We're going to start closing in now. The gap's coming down. 3.5 temps, 2.5 temps. Not close enough. Can he hold it? He seems to be
through here.
He's
just, he seems to be getting a little bit better exit through here, coming through left field. But yeah, maybe not that time though. It's going to be close. He's definitely got a bit of a toe here. Without the DRS assist, he's still getting a bit of a drag down the straight. As they come through cops, he got really wide there.
Yeah, take the off track there, sir. Young Adam Merchant, they have only got 14, mind you, so they've got to be a little bit close. They do have a fast repair if anything does drastically happen to them. They do have a fast repair here. Merchant's got DRS wide open. Aiden Young's gone on the defensive. Again, I don't think he's going to be close enough down into Stowe. He's going to send it though and prove me wrong. Oh, they're battling side by side out of Stowe. Are they going to be able to get this run down into Vale? And he's not currently at the moment. Merchant's going to dive up the inside of Club and he's through. Adam Merchant sent it on Aiden Young there from so far back. He almost had to put multiple stamps on it and send it airmail. He come from that far back. Unbelievable move from Adam Merchant. Aiden Young's not giving up as they sweep through these corners. Out up into Village they go. The right-hander Young's trying to stick his nose in. Oh, there's going to be contact. Wheel to wheel. Wheel to wheel.
That was really close. I think Aiden Young's a little bit too young for plastic surgery, but he's going to need a nose job here soon.
Oh, hell yes he is. He's going to go now up the inside. He's going to have this job done from Aiden Young. It's now swapping backwards and forwards with Merchant currently at the moment as well. These guys are going backwards and forwards. Young had a slide on. Merchant looks strong coming out now. He's going to be coming out of that run. Out of the final left field. Through Woodcote they go. Down the straight and once more into Cops. It's going to be Merchant this time with the DRS wide open there as well. He comes in close. Doesn't get it done this time. Round Cops out coming into Maggots and Beckett's. And once more Adam Merchant is looking strong. But he did have a good old send from so far back there as well. Made the job done, but then Aiden Young come back through.
Yeah, that was such a brave move there by Merchant. And I'd expect to kind of see something else here, but these two fighting back and forth. Kerr is definitely starting to put some pace between him and Serrano. Might see Liam Kerr coming into this battle here if these two can't kind of calm down a little bit and get forward down the track, because Liam Kerr has definitely got some pace, and this is just playing into his hands as we see Herlitsky battling along here.
Boniati.
Yep, Tony Boniati right there, and he's going to be on the outside. He does lock it up, but he's able to get the move done. That was a big lockup.
Herlitsky passed Boniati there. Rubens has jumped back into the pits, unfortunately, but it is back with these two once more, still fighting out. Round the loop they go, down the Wellington straight and into Brooklands once more. DRS wide open for Merchant here. He's heard the beeps, he's got him underway. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with beeps, you'll see on his steering wheel in the top, in the left-hand corner. We're not going to see it from that one. We'll do it from here. If you watch the left side of his steering wheel, he will have lights come on. And it will say when he's in the DRS zone. We'll show you here as well as these guys going out through Maggots and Beckett's. They're going to be sweeping left and then right. There's the first part, there's the second part. Here's the third, into the fourth now, out onto the Chapel corner we go. And down the straight once more, down the hanger straight. You see it on the left-hand side, you see two, and then when he's opened, you see four. Is he going to go again? He's coming up right now, the gap's closing, and he sent it. Oh, is he? No. Oh, I thought he was going to have a go.
He had to back out of that one.
Yeah.
He had to back out of that one. He was just a little too far back. We've seen him make some brave moves, but that was just a little too far back. It was asking for too much trouble.
Yeah, definitely was, but I'm not saying he wouldn't have had a go. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think he was ready to have a go. I think at Aiden Young, if he had left that door any wider open, just like you'll say, he was going to get burgled.
Yeah, it definitely was. He was going to get robbed out of his position there as well. Poor old Steve Rubens is not having a good time. James McHugh has been off track. Thomas Boniati has been off track as well. So all in all, There's been a few casualties this evening. I'm sure Steve Rubens will be back. Merchant's now gone up the inside. He got the job done there. Round the long right-hander. Round through Luffield, in through Woodcote they go. And once more, these guys have swapped backwards and forwards. And poor old James McHugh has not had a good time at all. Unfortunately, he has crashed here. We're going to have a brief, quick look before these get on again as well. And unfortunately for James McHugh, not doing too well coming through Maggers and Beckett's now. What did he do? Is he going to spin? Oh, way. The only good thing is he was saved by that long runoff, I think.
Yeah, no, that was definitely, he came in, grabbed a little bit too much curve at the exit of Maggots. Then coming into Beckett's, he was just carrying way too much speed off into the grass, and there's nothing he could do. And like you said, thankfully there is that big runoff area. This used to be an Air Force base, so there's plenty of asphalt to run off here. But yeah, you definitely don't want to see that. And Liam Kerr is just slowly just taking 10th after 10th after 10th away from these guys, throwing down a 129 there, 129.6. Obviously, Adam Merchant throwing down a 129.28 there, but these two battling is just bringing Liam back into play so much faster than, I think they kind of expected. 4.5 minutes to go. He might be a little too far back, but it might be just enough time. If he can break into another 4 tenths here, another 3 tenths or so, he's going to get that DRS. This is only going to assist him. He might have an opportunity to, obviously he's going to be on a podium spot here, but he might have an opportunity at second, if not first place here. So look for Liam Kerr to be a bit of a dark horse here coming into the last part of this race.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see how Liam gets on. There are his lap times there with Merchant and Young. Let's see if I can pull up Liam Kerr's lap time as well. So that would be ideal. So we can see how he's doing over the leader.
Got the DRS. He got that DRS. I saw that wing wide open there just now. Unless I was seeing things.
Well, there's Kerr's and Merchant's lap time. Merchant has been quicker. Kerr was quicker over 7, 8 and 9. Merchant quicker over 10. So we'll see how he gets on over the next few laps here. As we're going
That's a big difference between being in clear air and being within that DRS. So even though if you have that DRS, you're still right behind that car that's giving you the turbulent air. So that's obviously going to help. It's going to affect your downforce in the front end of your car. As we see a car going off there. Not sure who that was.
Yeah, James McHugh. Yeah, I think that might have been James McHugh. Unfortunately, it looks like this young man has had a bit of a rotten evening with Josh Toothman so far. Aidan Young still hanging in to DRS. He's literally 7 tenths now. Kerr's got DRS over Young. So if it isn't for Aidan Young, he's going to be under attack as well into the last 3 minutes here. They'll have about 2, maybe 3 laps depending on when they cross the line. But it is going to be close. But overall, I think Adam Merchant, Aidan Young and Liam Kerr put on an absolute stellar race so far. And I think if this is race 1, what's race 2 going to be like?
Yeah, these are all the new drivers here. And I mean, I'd like to see what Serrano would have done on soft tires because he had great pace. He had great speed. We saw him make up 5 spots on the first 3 corners alone. So obviously he's got overtaking ability. Especially on cold tires, but Kerr fell back a little bit there. He must have had an incident that we didn't catch because he was well within DRS range, and now he's fallen back. He's still just at that second bit, that just on the cusp here, but he did fall back a little bit on that lap there. So I'm wondering if maybe Aidan Young just had a faster lap because yeah, the time there was a 128 for Aidan Young, 128.53 I think came through. So that's definitely a quick lap. So maybe it was just Aidan Young just had a great lap there.
Well, I think Liam had a little bit of an issue going through Maggers and Beckett's. He got the DRS, but then he couldn't. He was activated, but he was outside of that 1 second gap. So even though he got it, because of the activation zone at the time, he was below that 1 second mark. He obviously made that look like a mistake going through Maggers and Beckett's, and unfortunately, that 1 second was pretty much useless under the DRS zone here. But Adam Merchant putting on an absolute flyer here as well, and doing an absolute stellar job here from Adam Merchant, currently out front. Aiden Young still just about hanging on. Liam Kerr as well, 8 tenths back. And it's interesting to see Young. It's interesting to see the bat of Elliot Borg not where we expect Elliot Borg to be. I think that's the thing in this recruitment race. I think he's either got to go out and have a look and see what he can do in race 2, because at the moment he is on the mediums. Another man that picked the mediums, which I'm so shocked that they didn't just go everybody go softs, because they will last. The tyre deck isn't like real, to a degree like real life over the period of time. There's nothing to justify iRacing trying to do that unless they're going to do it for every track in the iRacing service of calculating the tyre deck on the soft. So they'll probably put, maybe a 20 lap limit on them, or, whatever as a base point, as a ballpark almost. But there's no way of them kind of justifying how long they would last for, because they wouldn't have had deck records from every track on the iRacing service, would they?
No, that'd be way too much. I mean, obviously they have the laser scan tracks, they have these numbers on the cars, they definitely have plenty of tire data, but you're asking for way too many variables. I mean, when you look at real life, there's just so many different variables. Air temperature, track temperature, the amount of straights, the amount of hard brake zones, lefts and rights. Which tire is going to wear a lot quicker. That also affects your balance and your camber and a lot of other things. But there's just so many different variables. I think it's just asking a little too much at this point to be that accurate, as we see Liam Kerr is now all over the back of Aiden Young here. This is going to be the last lap, I believe.
Yeah.
So this is his last opportunity here. Coming down to the final chicane and into club. I think he's a little too far back. He had an opportunity there in a stow, but here we go.
Adam Merchant wins race 1 with Aiden Young in second, Liam Kerr in third. Great job from them. Then we're going to come and see Ricardo Serrano go across the track as well. Elliot Borg will be next. It's going to be interesting. I might try and grab a little chat with Elliot before race 2. They have got.
I really wouldn't be surprised to see if Elliot Borg was just kind of holding back a little bit, just out for a cruise. This race doesn't really mean too much for him. He took second place in the championship last season. We know how fast he is. Maybe he's just kind of out there just seeing what what these new drivers are going to be able to do. And maybe we're unaware of a rule change. Maybe they have to switch tire compounds for the second heat race, and all those drivers on the mediums went ahead and gambled, and now they get to roll to the softs now.
Adam Merchant is your winner. Aiden Young second, Liam Kerr third, Ricardo Serrano fourth, Elliot Borg fifth, Carl Halitsky sixth, Tomas Boniadi seventh, Anthony Giuliano eighth, Josh Toothman ninth, James McHugh 10th, and Steve Rubens down in 11th place. To say, we are going to have a brief little warm-up. How long do we have? We've got 5 minutes. Let's see if I can have a quick chat with Mr. Borg in the booth here. I'm sure he's already thinking, oh my God, I'm here already. But Elliot, how are you, sir?
Good to be back with you.
Yeah.
Sorry I wasn't joining you at the Nürburgring.
Oh, that's fine. I can handle that. I'm more interested to see and sit back and think, what are you thinking at the moment? Because these young guns that have joined the series, they've got some pace on them, man.
Absolutely. I'm glad to see it. And I'm glad to know that I'll be the eye in the sky and not the roadblock on the course.
Well, I'd be interested to know, are you going soft tyres in the next heat, please?
Of course.
Oh, okay, good. So you've learned that the mediums, don't need the mediums.
Well, I still destroyed the left front. So this is not, as you may say, James, this is not my cup of tea. So this track and I, however much I love it, we just don't get along.
Well, that's never good, is it, young sir?
No. But we're still here to have a good time. Glad to be here. We'll run the softs in the next race and see what the heck happens.
Well, hopefully you'll be, putting in some speedy lap times. When you come on, you got to give these young guns a fight. These old guards, you can't roll over and get your belly tickled. Do you know what I mean? Come on.
Oh, now you're using my favorite phrases. Yeah, I hope I've got something for him. I think I got two starting positions over Aiden and Adam. So we'll see what happens. I doubt I'll be able to hold him, but we'll give it her all she's got.
Well, yeah, come on, I'm expecting more. I need more from you, sir.
I won't be the Royal Corgis, I'll give you that.
All right, okay, good. Yeah, I don't want you rolling back with your legs in the air, flicking them around while somebody tackles your belly. You know what I mean? Come on, you gotta be doing the job for me. I want to see it. See this Elliot Borg we saw last season, buddy. Come on, put it in. But look, it's great to see for the series that you've got these young, speedy guys up the front, though, isn't it?
Of course, I'm ready to spice it up. So I'm ready to see some close battles. Hopefully not have to make any calls, and everybody will race it clean, and it will be thrilling stuff for you guys to talk about. I
hope so. I'm hoping to talk that you've done a stellar job in race 2 and you've come out with a victory, young sir.
That's a tall task.
Well,
so they were running my optimals for their qualifying times. So, like I said, good old Silverstone and I do not get along. Not my favorite. I tend to get on better with the less GP circuit style courses, like the Seberings. I do love Imola, I will say that, but yeah, this one not my cup of tea.
Well, come on, young sir.
I'm gonna give her all she's got.
Good.
She's getting the beans.
Good.
So. No rolling over from this guy.
No, go for your life, mate, and I'll catch up with you later.
Thanks, James.
Oh, dear. I do love a good chat with Elliot Borg here as we go into the last minute of warm-up. We have got Anthony Giuliano out on track currently. So, Anthony there putting in some laps here. We're going to have a brief look at Anthony. There he is, doing his thing. VR and a triple screen. I've never seen that before. Normally it's VR and one screen, but I guess he just wants free. He's just greedy.
It's just a little redundant, but it is what it is. And also, I do want to point out there, right at the end of the conversation there with Elliot, you did call him young sir.
I did.
Yeah, that's just your thing. That's your thing. You call everybody young sir. So earlier when you were trying to yell at me for saying that you were old, all I was saying is that you just like to use that phrase.
Yes, I think respectfully, sir, is a good respectful thing. Don't get me wrong. None of my kids call me sir whatsoever, but, you know.
You didn't say respectfully, sir. You said young sir. That's what you always say. That's your phrase.
They are younger than me. Everybody's younger than me. The only one who's not younger than me is Alan Toon in the MX-5s. I don't know
that's Sir Alan Toon. Okay,
Sir
there is
Alan
a Sir
Toon.
there.
Yeah, I
So
don't know
now
how
you're
young he is, but he certainly is not younger than me.
I've looked him up on Google. I've never been able to figure out why he's anointed, but he is an actual knight, is he not?
Yeah, he is, and I think that's just under his own fruition there as well. But anyway, here is the grid for race 2. Steve Rubens is on pole. James McHugh in second. Josh Toothman third. Anthony Giuliano fourth. Thomas Boniadi fifth. Carl Halitsky sixth. Elliot Borg seventh. Ricardo Serrano is in eighth. Liam Kerr ninth. Aidan Young 10th. Adam Merchant 11th. They're going to be coming back to front. Full reverse for race 2. And one that I think is going to be exciting. SM Stacker, Elliot is a young sir, though. He is. Everybody's younger than me, dude. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he's not a young sir. I'm just saying that James uses that terminology, that phrase, quite a bit. That's all I'm saying. He likes to call everybody he knows young sir. He calls his grandmother young sir. It's kind of weird.
That's because, respectfully, that's what they're known as. But here we go. The race is underway. The lights are on. There is Steve Rubens for the Scudiera Andromeda team out in front. Anthony Giuliano has made a move past James Toothman, who is just plummeting down the order here. Unfortunately for James, not great start for him. But Thomas Boniadi in the mix here as well. Looking at taking it 3 wide. That's never going to work. Oh, never going to work. And that was Steve Rubens. No, Steve Rubens. Race 2, Rubens in the pits already. McHugh is into the pits. Anthony Giuliano now is your man on pole. But Rubens there got all out of shape. I think that 3 wide was a little bit too much to hope for, that he was going to be able to hold on here. Thomas Boniadi trying to go through. And he's already been jumped by Liam Kerr and Aidan Young. And Elliot Borg You rolled over and got your belly tickled, sir. You're in 6th place. And Adrian Young and both Liam Kerr have jumped you at the start. I'm not happy, young sir. And if you watch this back, you can hear my discontent. But it is Anthony Giuliano, Carl Halitsky, Adrian Young, and Liam Kerr there as well. Thomas Boniadi sitting in 5th place. We can have a look back for what happened with Steve Rubens here. I got a funny feeling he just got sandwiched in the middle.
Yeah, Rubens got a really bad jump. He was their pole sitter for this one. He just got a bad jump. He got swallowed up. That 3 wide was kind of maybe made it. Might have been a little nick code.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the situation was.
It was a strange hit.
Yes, it was.
So that's definitely not all on him. Obviously, the 3 wide is not something that anybody...
Yeah, it's all on somebody, isn't it, really? You don't want to be sending it 3 wide. But net code there, and unfortunately straight into the front of Ricardo Solano. So
I do want to say good on him for grabbing his brakes and being able to hold it and stay. Oh, got a little touch there.
Merchants round.
No harm, no foul. Yeah, he's got a little bit of damage on the front end, though. I think he's gonna need one of those fast repairs. Not much, but that's definitely going to affect his front end downforce.
Yeah, he just went in too hot into the corner, and unfortunately in him there was a car there. Anthony Giuliano, my dear sir, you have got the flying Australian of Liam Kerr coming, and he's already passed Carl Halitsky. Liam Kerr is out looking for the win in this one, I think, as well. Elliot Borg has managed to get past Thomas Boniadi. He's now chasing down Aidan Young, still in DRS zone. So he will be able to use the DRS to pull him forward into Aidan Young there. And Carl Halitsky from the Blue Ballers is in 3rd place. But Liam Kerr is absolutely flying. He's already done Giuliano. It's like Giuliano weren't even there. He's going to be going down now into Stowe. And it is Kerr who's going to make that move. Is Giuliano going to take... Oh, he just sweeps around the outside. He literally swept him aside, faster than a road sweeper picking up rubbish. And then Anthony Giuliano, unfortunately, goes in too hot and doesn't do himself any favours there in a battle to try and get back. But this young man is absolutely flying currently here, Michael, and he's out in front, 129.197, fastest lap of the race. Job done for him. See you later, Liam Kerr. Have a good one. Who's going to get 3rd and 2nd and 3rd, I think that is.
Well, Elliot Borg is right there in 4th place. Serlitsky right there in 2nd place, and Aidan Young in 3rd place. It's going to be a pretty good battle for a podium spot, but Liam Kerr just off to the races, up 8 spots. Started at the back of the field, obviously, because of the reverse grid here for the 2nd sprint here, but yeah, what an amazing run through the field. It was like everybody was just sitting still, and he was just, swerving through traffic. It wasn't even a problem for him. No sweat.
Well, he is now 1.4 out in front already. He's broke the DRS over Carl Halitsky. Aidan Young's going to try and have a go. It is lap 3. Will be activated, as they say, this lap. Boniadi now chasing down Borg. Now on the back of Young. As these guys sweep through Magnussen backers, and and Liam Kerr is flying. Where's Jay Smart when you need him? Call blimey.
Where's Elliot Borg when you need him?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so you're able to break DRS by the time DRS is turned on, but you started in the back of the field. You've gained 8 positions, and you've already broken DRS before DRS was even activated for the first time. That's insane.
Yeah, I would take that as a definite statement to everybody else in the field, really.
Yep.
And
hello, I'm here.
I'm here. I'm done. See you later. Take care. Adios. I was unlucky in the last race, but now I'm not. I'm out in front. Carl Halitsky's locking up here. Aidan Young is under pressure from Elliot Borg. Come on, Borgie. Get hold of him. Don't be a corgi. Hey.
Borgie the corgi.
Borgie the corgi. He's not going to love me for that one. Oh, Elliot, I'm so sorry. I think we should get corgi emotes in the Discord.
Man, Halitsky losing the spot there to Aidan Young, kind of running wide there through Luffield, but Aidan Young is definitely on one as well, so not really too much of a surprise. We know Carl Halitsky's fast, but Aidan Young is just coming out here and showing everybody what he's made of, and now that's putting Elliot Borg right on the back of Kyle. Elliot Borg is going to have that DRS Kyle's going to have it too, but I don't know if it's really going to help him too much.
Yeah, Borg. every time, Borg the Corgi needs to get hold of him, I think, to do his job. Oh, dearie me. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Elliot. I think I see a YouTube short in your near future.
Oh man, I'm so sad.
Now, while all this is going on, Liam Kerr is 4 seconds up the road from Aiden Young, who's trying to break the DRS lock of Kyle Orlitsky and Elliot Borg back here. And Aiden Young locking up there. Elliot Borg goes really deep every single time he comes into there, right through the loop and into Antry. He just gets really deep there through the loop.
Oh, dear. Right.
I'm surprised he hasn't gotten into the back of someone yet because it's insane. And
Yeah.
then he gets wide there.
There he has there as well. And once more trying to get past Kyle Halitsky here as well. Aiden Young's breaking the DRS zone over Kyle. He's got to get it back in. He's just under that 1 second mark. There's Kyle Halitsky there with Borg behind him. Let's see.
I wonder if Borgie the Corgi, he was saying that he always locks up, or he always wears out that front left tire whenever he comes here. So I wonder if maybe it's his line through the loop, because like I said, he always comes in so deep at the exit of loop. Maybe that's where he's wearing on that tire so much. Maybe that's where he's losing all that grip. It's definitely a left-hand unfriendly track here. So I wonder if if he can just kind of sort that little sector out. You know, I guess that'd be kind of considered the second sector. Maybe Halitsky goes around him.
Halitsky's off. Too many beans.
What happened?
He gave it too many beans and spun the rear end up. To Kyle
He was doing
Halitsky.
so well.
Yeah. Now it's down for Borg to try and catch up with Young. Let's see. We can have a look here at Kyle Halitsky, but he does just spin it round all on his own.
Yep.
Too many beans. See you later. Take care. Adios. Off we go for Halitsky.
It's going to put him in the clutches of Giuliano there. Battle for 5th place. Herlitsky's also the only one running on mediums, so maybe he just didn't get the memo. The softs of the tire to be on. So
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't get the memo. They kind of all made a point now of saying that as well. So, funny enough, Elliot had a corgi named Augie when he was a kid. Oh, no way. God blimey, you're making this far too easy for me at this time of the evening as well. Borgie had a corgi named Augie.
say that 5 times fast.
I don't know. Oh dear.
We promise you there is a race going on right now.
there
We're
is.
not just making fun of Elliot Borg.
No, you're making it too easy, SF. You shouldn't put things like that in YouTube chat and expect me not to respond. I'm going to be jumping all over that. But this is, unfortunately though, this is the closest battle. Elliot Borg and Thomas Boniatti. This is the closest battle on track. Borg is trying to catch Aiden Young. Oh, Boniatti had a big old slide on there. Had to go directly to the right. Josh Stoofman has not loved this circuit whatsoever in this W12 and he's having a horrendous time. And I can guarantee if I have a look again at Maggers and Beckett's, it's going to be where Toothman has binned this car the most. And this is unfortunately another situation here where he tightens up Maggers and Beckett's. Whoa!
Ooh. That was a strange snap.
It was a big old snap, I'll tell you that much as well.
Yeah, but that was a helicopter move right there. At that rear end, usually you see a little bit of a slide and then it snaps out, but that was just like whipped around like nothing.
Yeah.
I will say I'm a little surprised to see Ricardo Serrano as far back as he is. I thought on the soft tires he was going to be a lot quicker. I'm not sure if he had an incident at the beginning of the race or not, but seeing him that far back right now, I thought he had a lot more pace than that. I think he does have a lot more pace than that, and I'm a little surprised. But yeah, that slip coming out of club there really just kind of messed with Thomas Bagnotti there, and yeah, he had an opportunity to really take it to his current teammate Elliot Borg, but really made a mistake there, and that brought him off. And then now Elliot is trying his hardest here to get back within DRS range. Now he's not under attack. He's trying to get back on DRS range with Aiden Young. And Aiden Young's just trying to hold on to Liam Kerr, who's another 6 0.6 seconds up the road. So since we last discussed him, he's gained another 2.6 seconds.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing here from Borg is he's got it down within DRS, so he's closing. And that's all we wanted to see here from Elliot Borg, was the fact that he just wanted to close up to the back and try and keep hold of these young guns that have come in. You know, from the series, Liam Kerr, Aiden Young, Adam Archer, of course, we saw had that spin, unfortunately, into the loop he was going at that specific moment where he did spin the car. So from his point of view, he's just really on a recovery from Urchin at the moment. He's got the gap down to below nearly 1 second at the moment over Anthony Giuliano, so they're going to be coming together very, very shortly as well. And unfortunately for Aiden Young, Elliot Borg is coming, and he's coming quite rapidly up through. He's got the gap down from 1.3 to 5 tenths, and he's bringing it here as well in this second race of the evening, Michael, and it's one that he is closing up on 4 tenths at the moment.
Yeah, he's definitely getting closer and closer. I think he's going to be a little too far away on this run, but I might be wrong here. That is a great pull there. Aiden Young jumping all the way to the right side. I don't know if, would that be considered weaving? He really just waited the last second. I just saw a puff of smoke there too. I guess it wasn't Liam Kerr, but I thought I saw somebody spinning off there. Yeah, there is somebody. Is that Josh Toothman? I think that was Josh Toothman. Yeah, Toothman is just not having a great race.
No, he doesn't. I don't know if it's just the love of this circuit or what, but Silverstone and Toothman have been together. They've almost turned into PB and Marmite at the moment. There's just two bits of something that you do not put together. But unfortunately for him, it's a bit of a rotten evening all in all. But Elliot Borg and Aiden Young slipping again, coming out of loop. That's going to bring Borg into it, DRS wide open. I think Aiden Young technically only made one move to try and defend off Borg before he come back onto the racing line. You know, let's.
It just seemed like a very late move there. That's all I meant by that.
Absolutely, I fully agree. That move should have been made a lot earlier if he was going to. But at the end of the day, he's done it in a way that he was safe, but he didn't completely block Borg. Borg wasn't alongside or near or at the same time, you know what I mean? So there was about 2-3 tenth gap at that precise moment when Young made that move. So I'll give him that. Normally I'm the first one to call out people if they've gone and decided to make too many moves. So it's never a good idea there as well. First time watching Awesome Racing Race 1. Kerr checked out this race. You guys have quite a good production. Thank you, dropping juices there. Joseph Murata, PB and what? No, I'm saying for Toothman, this track has been as if you was to put PB and Marmite or Vegemite. What do you call it in America? Is it Marmite?
Jelly.
No, you put
peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, you put PB and jelly, PB and J. That's fine. You know, that's like the perfect mix with peanut butter, isn't it? You know, put jam on it.
What is Marmite?
But Marmite is like Vegemite. It's Vegemite in Australia.
It's like a dip?
Is Marmite? No, it's a spread, and it is absolutely disgusting. Marmite is one of them things that you either love or hate, and it's something that you do not put with anything. That's why
Marmite.
Yeah, M-A-R-M-I-T.
Even the jar looks gross.
Yeah, it's like brown. It's almost like dried up coffee spread. It's disgusting. That's what I'm saying.
Ew.
You wouldn't put peanut butter with that any more than you would put Toothman with Silverstone. Do you know what I mean?
Why would? Ew. That is. I'm sorry. Just don't. Yeah, don't Google it. It looks gross.
I don't need to. I don't need to. It's disgusting. We don't need. No idea what it is. Google it. Google Marmite. M-A-R-M-I-T-E. You'll see.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's disgusting.
Just save yourself. It's gross. Just save yourself. And I think Elliot Borg, unless he gets a mistake here, I think he's going to have a great opportunity here. He's a little closer than he has been. He's already gaining without the DRS, and now he's got the DRS wide open. He's got an awesome opportunity here. We'll see. Aiden Young does cut back out onto the inside again late, but that didn't look. I think the first time it was just it looks. Oh, no, they touched. Aiden didn't leave any space on the outside, and they came together.
The only good thing out of that was tyre to tyre, but it's whether or not he's got any damage.
It was a hard hit. He has to have something.
That was a tough.
His car came off the ground.
Yeah.
Where was it? Where Lewis Hamilton was it Monza a couple years ago where he hit the turtle curbs, turn one, slammed it back down and messed his back up real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Elliot Borg
unfortunately,
did a bit of something like that.
yeah, up on 2 wheels, down he come. Lucky enough, this is only a sim. I did speak to a commentator earlier on, and yesterday, and it was like, you know, when are people ever going to admit it's a game? And I was like, shush, you can't say that. He was like, yes, I can. We still play a game. It's not real life. And I was like, okay, but don't say it on a broadcast because you'll get fried. But,
well, I mean, there are people that have played this sim or game, whatever. There are people that have played this sim before and made it to actual levels of real life racing because of their skill on the sim.
yeah, I get that. I can see
And
that.
F1 teams and racing teams have simulators in their paddocks, you know, at their home base. Those aren't games. Those are real deal.
You got to think them 100 grand simulators are completely different to a, you know, two and a half.
On the inside here.
Yeah, Merchant's just gone past Alitsky like Alitsky wasn't even there then. I don't think Alitsky's going to have an answer. Merchant does go on the defences coming into club, but I don't really feel he's going to need to. Pulled out 3 attempts already. You know, the simulators in F1 are mega. Oh, Alitsky with a big old snap. Is he going to try and go again around Merchant? He's not this time as these guys running up through farm and into village. Don't think he's going to be close enough. He's going to have a go, but he's going to get a short spurt at DRS, but I don't think one that's going to make a difference to him. No, not like that. Medium tires.
Yeah, those medium tires are not helping him at all. He is going to get the benefit of DRS here. He is pretty close, and he's lucky because Merchant actually locked up a little bit there too. So not only is it Elliot Borg that's locking up through loop, but quite a few drivers are having a tough time coming through that turn and locking up the front left tire. So you're going to be seeing quite a bit of, you know, well, I mean, we only have 2.5 minutes left, or 2 minutes left here, so we're not going to be seeing anybody taking any tires here, but obviously these soft tires on the front left are definitely going to start getting pretty angry here the further and further we get into this second heat.
Yeah, Anthony Giuliano just lost a place to Serrano. Giuliano just lost a place to Serrano. Say that 5 times fast. And Anthony Giuliano there on your screen currently in the bottom right hand corner, just sitting there chilling.
I'm just sad we don't get to talk to Elliot Borg unless something crazy happens.
Yeah,
but,
well,
I mean,
I think he was up on 2 wheels. I think that's enough craziness for Elliot Borg. I don't think he wants to be doing
real.
that.
But I do want to point out the fact that at the end of this race, it looks like we're going to have the same podium as the first race, just flipped.
Yeah.
It's going to be Kerr out front this time. Aiden Young, even though that was a bit of a situation there, I'm sure that's going to be looked at after the race, but I don't think there was any intent there. I think he was just trying to defend and didn't leave enough room on the outside. It might have been a racing.
Yeah, there was no room on the in. Look, let's have a look. Oh, so
yeah,
no, that's
right before that.
Yeah, I'm going to try and go back a little bit more on that one if I can. I'm not going to be able to, I don't think. No, the only way I'm going to be able to do that is if I rewind it, and that's just going to look shocking.
Yeah, because
so.
Aiden kept jumping to the inside there, right at the end of
Let's see if
Hanger Straight.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it. No, he's just... No, unfortunately not. Not going to be able to go back far enough. Here, Frelitsky has lost the draft to Merchant now. Merchant is on his way, swooping through Maggers and Beckets, and trying to get on to Aiden Young and Liam Kerr up front. Nothing job done at the moment here. Kerr is absolutely flying. Final lap of the race. Job done for Liam Kerr. He's been absolutely dominant in race 2, has this young man. He got out in front, he made the jump, he did an absolute stellar job and is currently flying. No superlatives really needed for Liam Kerr apart from GG sir, check in, check out, job done.
I think it's GS. Good sim, good sim. I think if you say GG's, you might get shot.
Well, no. GG's, good game. Well done. GR, good race. Whatever you want to call it. I'm not fast. Game sim, who cares? People
Hey, you brought it up.
I know. It's only because it got mentioned to me the other day that it was a game, and I was like, "Is it a game?" And they were like, "Well, James, it's a game." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know." Let me know what you think in chat. Is it a sim? Is it a game? Is it, I don't know, whatever you want. Serrano's just cleared Boniatti. Boniatti's taken a very wide line, and that's not going to help your situation, young sir. Not going to lie. So there we go. And Giuliano is now with Carl Halitsky. Halitsky has dropped down the field, unfortunately for him as well. But it is going to be Liam Kerr as he comes down through Vale into club for the final time. This young gentleman from Australia, absolutely flying, did a great job. And practically he's been, well, you could almost say it's, you know, checkered, green to checker here for Liam Kerr.
Yep.
Stellar
Jennifer
job.
Giuliani right there.
What?
It is not a game. F123 is a game. Yeah, I'm definitely not. I agree, Sean. I'm not comparing iRacing to F123. That's no, or F122.
Look, I'm just saying what I was told the other day. People were telling me it's a game. Others have told me it's a sim. I personally, I'm not going to say anything. It's a sim game, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? Whatever makes you happy in the world, let's just say that way. So Arno comes across.
You know what makes me happy?
Yep.
You know what makes me happy? Great racing. And this has been a great race tonight. Well, watching Liam Kerr just absolutely dominate the second race has been impressive. Watching the battles, you know, obviously it didn't end very well for Elliot Borg, but the battle between him and Young, the battle between Merchant and Young in the first race, it's been great racing all night long. I'm really excited for the rest of this, you know, this season.
Absolutely. Liam Kerr is in front, Aidan Young second, Adam Merchant third, Ricardo Sorano fourth, Thomas Boniadi fifth, Carl Halitsky sixth, Anthony Giuliano seventh, Elliot Borg eighth, Josh Toothman ninth, Steve Rubens unfortunately down in 10th there. He had an incident and James McHugh did not take the start unfortunately there as well. But overall, an absolute stellar evening of racing and one that we can all sit back and be proud of as we're going to start going into our recruitment season here. I am going... I was going to pull Elliot Borg in. I just can't. I'm sorry, Elliot. I do love you, but I think I would spend the whole interview laughing my head off there. So let's have a chat with the front runner here as well, the Australian Mr. Kerr, who went out, absolutely dominated, 8 places through there as well. Didn't get off the line well in race 2, mind you. At one point, you dropped back a few. Welcome in, young sir. How are you?
I'm very good. I'll happily take that considering I did zero practice. But yeah, the start was not pretty. I nearly stalled it and then nearly spawned.
Yeah.
But just pure chaos in front of me, so it kind of worked out.
Yeah, you were very aggressive, very clean, got the job done and moved yourself up into the pole slot, into the win.
Yeah, man. I can tell you I'm exhausted because I got the flu and that was a tough race.
Yeah, it was. You avoided the lap 1 incident, unfortunately. A big old dose of netcode played a massive part on that and shot Steve Rubens to completely the opposite side of the circuit. So unfortunately for Steve there, he did get hit with netcode. He managed to avoid you, which was always lucky. Unfortunately for Sorano, not so much.
Oh, that is a shame.
Yeah, it was. But, you know, going forward, are we going to see you here for the whole season, Mr. Kerr, or are you just coming to see how you get on?
Should be here for the whole season. I'm looking to hopefully get maybe a championship win in this car. I'm usually pretty quick in this thing, so I'll try and push on, see what I can do.
Well, don't mince your words there, young man. Come in and tell everyone you're going to go for the win, and we're not even at the end of we're not even started round 1 yet.
That's what I do best.
Yeah.
I'll jinx myself.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to go out and prove it now, mate. I'll tell you that much. If you don't get a championship win, it's you know what I mean? Unfortunate, but there you go, dude. Thank you so much for joining me in the booth, sir. Thank you once more. You put on an epic season, epic 2 races, a third and a first. Not bad at all for the first recruitment race. Anyone you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
I'm mind blanking right now, so but thank you guys for the interview and good stuff commentating on this shit. I enjoy it.
No worries there. Apologies for the language if you did hear that, man, sir.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, thank you very much. But we'll catch up with you soon. Take care, Liam. Right, apologies if you did hear any swear words in that one as well. I'm sure you didn't mean it.
I thought it was SHIP, like championship.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know if that
that's
was.
what I thought it was.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
Fair enough.
But we're joined in the booth by race 1 winner Adam Merchant, and then finished third on the into race 2. Adam, how are you? Unfortunate there as well. Let's talk about race 1. Stellar job.
Yeah, that was fun. Aiden, my sim racing teammate, had a really good start, but I could see that he was using his tires a little bit more through Maggots and Beckett's, and the goal was to keep him in my DRS, make his tires get a little too hot, and then just keep my tires under temperature.
Nice, well done, great job. Okay, so now we go on to race 2. Little bit of an incident going into the loop.
Yeah, I'd probably take more blame for that than what Tomas is accepting himself. I was definitely a little too ambitious. I had a really good start, went up, right past Liam, almost too good of a start. I was on the grass and then took the outside on turn 1, definitely went off the track and kind of compromised myself. Aiden started one position in front of me and got up like 3 or 4 more places. So yeah, smart driving by him there.
Definitely there as well. Not bad at all, sir. Going forward, are we going to see you for the whole season now?
Yeah, 3 more races, 3 more Wednesdays. I'll be there.
Yeah, and then you're going to come into round 1.
That depends on if I get recruited. So
I'm sure you will, after that performance, I'm sure you should be fine there as well. Thanks so much for joining us. Anyone you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Shout out to my iRacing esports team, Fiercely Forward, Aiden, my teammate, and Riley Jacob and Ali Hunt, my 2 coaches. So yeah.
Okay, are you going to put the Fiercely Forward yellow livery on your car then?
Yeah, I thought I did, but I guess I didn't save it. But
no, and I'll get you in that team as well. But thank you so much there, Adam. Thank you so much for joining me, bud.
Thank you.
Right, and let's have a chat with this young man, Aiden Young, who we're more accustomed to shooting around in a P Cup 992, but we get to experience him in a W12 just for good measure as well. Aiden, how are you, sir?
I'm good.
Not a bad evening. 2 second places.
Yeah, from my view, it definitely could have been better. I knew I had the pace to win. It was just, but in the first race, the heat race, my tires at the end were just gone. I think because Adam had a bit of a better start at the beginning, it played off in the long run because I had wheel spin. I didn't see him get any wheel spin, so he had a better start than me, which saved a little bit of the tires because I was struggling at the end. I was really struggling with the rear. Like I was getting snaps at the rear of the car, getting oversteer. It was hard to control, but then I found out that short shifting kind of minimalized that and helped me catch him again. But then obviously it was just a little too late in the race and caught him a little bit too late, so gave him the win. But I knew I had the pace to win, so going into the feature, I will say I had that confidence. Is like, okay, I have the pace, I know I can win. Then I got a absolutely magnificent start, which I did not think I was going to be able to do because I haven't driven this car in like a year and a half. So I basically had no race start practice in this car. I only had like driving experience in it, no actual race start experience. So that was a little bit sketchy for me because I was like, oh crap, how am I gonna do? Am I gonna get a good start, or am I absolutely gonna bottle it and just crash on the start, which would be absolutely embarrassing. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to get the best one I can. I'm gonna do what I used to do, which is just hold a little brake, do a little bit of throttle, and then just release the brake and apply the throttle as easy as I can. I was like, see, we're just gonna baby this start, see how it goes, and it turned out it worked really, really great. So then I just put my focus on ahead of me, and then picked up, I think it was like
8 places.
I can't do math. Yes.
8 places. I'll let you know.
I could not do my math there.
That's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. I love the fact that you sit there and go, my start could have been embarrassing. You know, that embarrassing start for you is a regular start for me in this car. So, you know, let's put it in comparison. That's why I sit up here in the booth most of the evenings rather than being on track in a car, because it's not my strong point. But going forward, I think you've done a stellar job. You know, you've got 3 more recruitment races to go. Are we going to see you here for all 3?
Yes, you will.
Absolutely. Well, I'm looking forward to it as well. Help Adam, you know, you're going to have to help Adam get your Fiercely Forward livery on his car.
I think we're going to stick with 2 different liveries because I think he likes that black and blue.
Oh, okay. Oh, we'll have to try and deal with this.
Maybe we'll switch it up, and
Yeah.
I'll see if he'll put a yellow and navy like I have, just maybe with a different paint scheme, but same colors.
Yeah, well, we'll have to sort his name out as well, because at the moment I haven't got him registered on any team currently, so maybe he needs to fill out the STK drivers app or something to get his team name on there as well. But Aidan, thank you so much for joining me. It's a pleasure, as always, having these wonderful conversations with you. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my team, Fiercely Forward, as always, for all the help and support they give me. The little coaching sessions they'll have with me to help me improve bit by bit and to try and get faster each time I want to try out something new. And then obviously I'd like to thank Adam for coming and doing this league with me, and we're already having fun with it, so we're gonna continue to do our best in the next ones. So just thankful to him for doing it with me, and for the practice sessions me and him did together. It helped me get used to this car again. Maybe not the starts, but the car definitely helped me get used to it again. So big thanks to him. And then, like I say every time, and I truly mean it every time, you guys for the awesome broadcast and commentating.
Thank you so much there, bud. It's been a pleasure this evening as well. But, well, we won't be long. We'll talk to you soon, won't we? Pretty much, probably tomorrow.
Yes, you will.
All right, you take care. All right, well, there you go. That was everybody there, Michael. They all seem very pleased with their evening of racing. You know, it is tough in these recruitment races, but I don't think these guys have really put a foot wrong, the likes of Kerr, Young, Merchant, Serrano. You know, they're all showing that they're pretty much deserving of their places in the league, I think.
Yeah, I think Serrano definitely got involved in that incident right there at the beginning of the second race, and that's pretty much what put him in the back of the pack. But yeah, Serrano definitely have speed, but we know our top three back-to-back to both races, so obviously these kids have pace. So should be an exciting season, exciting recruitment season, and then I can't wait to get the full league on track at one time and see what we got.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely amazing there as well. But that brings us to the end of the broadcast here, guys, as well. Thank you so much for joining us for what was round one of the recruitment race. We've got 3 more to go and 3 more epic racetracks coming up as well. But from myself and Michael David this evening, as always, take care. Have a great week. And you never know, we might see you on the track sometime. Good night.